Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost?
While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you. Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.
Monday morning. I'm surprisingly wide awake this morning, Emily.
Yeah, I know. It's like weird. I'm not used to it.
I usually come in a little groggy. I wake up around 7, but today I'm feeling good.
I'm so happy to hear that. I hope you continue that streak all week long, Kirsch.
I'm sore, and I've got poison ivy on my arm, though. From yesterday, I was working in my yard, and that is the most annoying thing.
You and Tess are the only two people I know who get poison ivy more than anyone I've ever met.
I don't remember the last time I had it, honestly.
I swear it was like a couple months ago, or a year ago.
What'd you do this weekend? Anything good?
No, my weekend was really boring, actually. I fought with my toddler a lot. He had swim lessons for the first time.
Oh, how'd that go?
You know, I don't think it went that well. So, he was very confused. My husband volunteered as tribute to go in with him, so that was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, now I have a question about this. He did mention how there were a lot of dads in the water with their kids. Is that a thing? Because I feel like all of my friends, their husbands or significant others that are the ones to go in.
Yeah, because the water's always cold and no woman wants to go into the cold water.
That's fair. Okay, that's true.
That's why.
Neither did my almost 2-year-old.
Trust me, we don't like it any more than you do. It's like
I just thought it was
almost
like a
waist deep and you're like, oh no, parts are about to go underwater and it's going to be bad.
Okay, well, good to know. Thanks, Kirsch. You're always answering my questions.
Gotcha. That's what I'm here for.
Did you have a relaxing weekend?
I worked in the yard all day yesterday. It looks fantastic. I will say that. I'm proud of myself.
I'm so proud of you.
I can't tell you what I did on Saturday, but I did something.
Yes. So secretive.
And Mrs. Kirsch and I went out on a date night on Saturday. It was great. We went to Bridge Park and pretended we were a lot younger than we are. It was a good time.
Didn't you guys go out on Friday too?
Maybe.
Yeah, because you called me and yelled at me or something.
Oh, Emily, this past weekend, you know what happened? My daughter just got her braces off and she has retainers now.
Right.
Went over to a friend's house for a sleepover and the dog ate her retainer.
I was just going to say, life lesson to all of those teens, wear your retainers. Oh. I know for a fact, if you don't, your teeth go back.
She took it off to do something and the dog ate her retainer at the sleepover. I'm like, oh my God, those things are so expensive.
Costing you money left and right, isn't she?
A pool.
You know what though, Kirsch? I feel like you should be grateful. All she's asked you for is a pool, though.
Why?
Because I just read
not cheap.
No, but I read this insane story where parents are apparently allowing their kids to get fillers. You know, the things you put in your mouth. Not in your mouth, in your face. I mean, you know, you can get them around your mouth.
You could get them in your mouth, like in your lips or what, like the fillers for wrinkles and stuff?
Yep, for, like the cheeks and the lips and all of, yes. That's a great question. I don't know.
Laser hair removal. It should
be allowed for valid reasons, apparently. But guess what? The teens, they're not done growing yet.
Right. Laser hair removal is one thing, but
oh my gosh, Jess, I want it so bad.
But fillers and stuff, they don't have wrinkles. They don't have crow's feet. They don't have. I like how I'm pointing my own face as I'm going through this. All the issues I've got going on. Why are they doing this? They don't need it.
They just feel like the kids have valid reasons that they should just be allowed to do it, and it should help them with their, appearance. I don't know.
I have a friend, an acquaintance, I'll say,
maybe because they're bullied. I don't know. Parents want to be best friends. That's my assumption.
That's it.
They want to be their kid's best friend, and I just think that's weird because, what's going to happen later? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I have an acquaintance whose daughter was super thin to begin with, but put her daughter on one of the weight loss drugs.
Why would they do that? Because
she wanted her daughter to look like Barbie, I guess. So there's some parents out there making some terrible decisions. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and that's insane all around, and why it's doctors are allowing that is beyond me.
Yeah, she's like 15 or 16 or something like that. She's like, oh, let's slim you down, sweetie. Like, oh.
That poor daughter. That breaks my heart. Let's think back to when we were teenagers, though. Like, if you were allowed to have something, what would you have asked for as a teen?
Chick-fil-A.
Okay. No procedure? That's what I was talking about.
No.
You just want Chick-fil-A?
No. Chick-fil-A, and that's about it.
I would have asked for a secret to clear skin because Proactive did not work.
Oh man, back in my day, we had this stuff that turned your whole face red. It was great. You didn't have zits, but your whole face looked like you were on fire the night before. One of my favorite things you told me you did over the weekend, Emily, was when we asked about summing up our 20s in one sentence. You actually asked a few friends.
I did. I asked about 5 of them, and only 2 of them got back. I'm very disappointed.
And you said sum my 20s up the way you like to your friends.
Yeah.
Sum me up in my 20s. What did they say?
One of them, who is my best friend since I was 15, said, I told you not to doubt me, the B word, which is very true. That is actually accurate. That was my motto, and still is. And then another one said, I laughed a lot to this, and I can't give you an answer for on air. So there's that.
What did your 20s consist of? You sound like you had some...
I don't really know, but I do know what she's alluding to, but we can't talk about it, Kirsch.
Do any nights in jail or anything in your 20s?
Actually, no, I have a clean record. Never did hard drugs, never went to jail, never did anything crazy.
Sing Disney tunes every night to yourself before bed.
Yep.
All that kind of stuff. Drinking warm milk.
Every single night. I don't like milk, so.
Warm milk before bed in your little flannel PJs.
But if you ask me, I'm going to tell you what I would sum up my 20s as.
What would it be?
I thrived off 3 hours of sleep, Red Bull, and the raw delusion that this time the red flag was just a fun personality trait. Yeah. So that was my 20s.
You picked all the wrong ones.
Yes. I did. But you know what? I also met my husband in my 20s, so yay me.
I love how you talk about him with such endearment.
No, but yay me for reals. Yay me, I got married. You were there.
My 20s can be summed up with overdrawn bank accounts. I was really, really not financially good in my 20s. Overdrawn bank accounts, a bunch of emotionally unavailable situationships, and the thought that figuring it out might happen tomorrow.
Isn't that your motto now? Figuring it out?
It might happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
I might have my life together tomorrow, Emily. Get ready.
I am ready for it, Kirsch. I will count down the days to when you get your life together.
I'll show up tomorrow and be like, I've got it together, Emily.
Oh, look, Kirsch, I just realized I didn't ask you to sum up my 20s. You knew me in my 20s.
I did know you in your 20s.
Yeah. You don't have to answer that. I just realized I didn't ask you.
Yeah, you didn't ask me. I would just go with multicolored hair and...
Oh my gosh, stop.
Yeah, that's all I got. You had multicolored hair in your 20s.
Trusted with kids.
Still do now. Ideas to Ponder with Emily. We'll start this every Monday morning at 7:30. Classic Hit Country 103.9 The Maverick.
Such a better name than I came up with.
You came up with, here's a question.
I like the what? Ideas to Ponder with Emily.
Oh, what happened in your brain? What are you asking me?
What is Emily thinking? The mind of Emily. You're not in it. There's something there, Kirsch. You're not wrong.
How many times do I actually say that to you? You'll say something to me and I'll be like, Emily, I'm not in your head right now. You need to help me out.
Anyways, now I'm going to ask you, are you a brand snob about anything?
You know what? That's a really good question.
Yeah, I try to have those up here in my head.
Yeah, so like a brand snob where I refuse to buy any brand other than X or, whatever. That's what you mean?
Yeah, like all of my shirts I get made and stuff like that, they have to be a certain brand because I like comfort.
Okay.
So that makes it I'm a brand snob with that. Other things I'm I don't care.
Yes, I am actually.
Okay.
I am a brand snob when it comes to hotels.
Oh, yes, I should have known that.
I only stay at Marriott hotels. They have 30 brands, right? But I stay in all of their hotels. But it's not really because I love their hotels so much. It's because I have so many stinking points that I just want to keep accumulating them, and then I can take the fam on vacation.
Okay, I was just going to reword that for you real quick. You only stay at bougie hotels.
They have the Courtyard. The Courtyard is not bougie.
Oh, don't judge every Courtyard.
The Residence Inn is not bougie.
Okay, whatever. I was just saying the ones you stay at are really bougie.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm at the JW usually, but...
I'm in Taylor Swift's room, Emily. Look how cool this is.
What about you? Brand snob? What do you got?
Besides apparel, I'm really trying to think. Honestly, I'm not that picky. My husband is, though. Oh my gosh.
About what? Like, what's one of his?
Like chips. Okay, let's be honest. The store brand chips are the exact same. But no, he has to buy the more expensive ones, like Lay's or whatever.
They're not the same.
They are the exact same.
They're not the same. You don't eat anything, so you can't judge that. You're like, I hate all food.
They are the same. And I'm just saying, like, store brand, like anything he will not buy. He has to have the name brand. And I'm like, who did I marry?
I like him. He's got some good taste.
I buy what's on sale. So, no, besides that apparel, I really don't know if I'm a brand snob. Oh, I guess Apple.
I was going to say.
Never mind, Apple.
Yeah, you're an Apple.
Yeah.
You would never stray from your...
No, I sure wouldn't.
They make you use Windows computers here, and you're like, what is this?
At least I know how.
It's trash. I have to click on that. Ooh, gross.
I know. It is an adjustment. But you know what? It's okay. I'll get through it, Kirsch. Thanks for worrying about me.
Hey, I'm going to send you a quick green text here from my Android. So I have to share a story from, what was that, Friday night, Emily, that you texted me?
How dare you?
That's what she texted me on Friday night. It was how dare you, with dare in all capital letters. Out of the blue. Was it like 7:30 Friday night?
I tried to get you to confess something you've done. I don't know what that was. I just figured maybe you were hiding secrets from me, and I just felt like asking.
So Mrs. Kirsch and I are driving along in the car, and I see a text from Emily pop up, and I hit, play out loud on the car, right? And it just says, how dare you? In that tone. It was like, how dare you? And I was like, what in the world is that?
And then I didn't answer when you responded because my phone was on silent.
I sent you a question mark back. Yeah. And then Mrs. Kirsch goes to me. She's like, what is she talking about? And then,
I'm sorry, Mrs. Kirsch. I didn't mean to freak you out. I just thought maybe you would have something fun to confess.
Well, I said to her, I'm like, I don't even know what this is about. And then she goes, really? You don't? I was like, no, I don't. And she's like, why would she text you that? And I'm like, I don't know.
And I thought you would say something crazy.
You got.
And I don't know. I kind of thought that like you were hiding something over
She
there.
ended up mad at me because then I called you and we were in the car.
I'm so sorry.
We were in the car and I had you on Bluetooth. And I was like, what was this text? You're like, I just wanted to screw with you a little bit. And I was like, what is that?
I wasn't even drinking. I can't even blame that.
And your response was, I'm trying to get you to confess something. And she looks at me, she's like, what do you need to confess? We were trying to have a nice date night, and now I'm in trouble.
You know, Kirsch. You know what you did. How dare you?
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
What is wrong with all of you people?
All of us people, you mean women?
No, you pretty much.
Okay. I don't know. I took a shot that there might be something you have to tell me.
So I call Emily, like, seriously, and she's on, Bluetooth in the car, and I'm like, what is this about? And you're like, how dare you? And all of a sudden, Mrs. Kirsch is like, how dare you?
Oh, Kirsch, let's be honest. You know what it was about. What did you do?
Oh, no. Just came to work and did the best darn radio show I could.
I was just really bored.
What did I text you back and you totally glossed over it?
You sent question marks or something.
No, I sent you the other day. I was like, I just can't do this anymore.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, you have to. We have a show tomorrow.
You didn't even know what I was talking about.
No, I knew you were trying to get back at me, and it just failed miserably because, again, my phone was on silent, like always.
All right. Oh, it's going to come back at you when you least expect it. Please don't do that again. It got me in trouble.
Well, I didn't think it would get you in trouble. I thought you would just tell me something cool.
I'll make something up. How dare you? Sorry.
I think you know, Kirsch. I think you know what you did. So CMA Fest just wrapped, right? In Nashville. And have you ever been?
No, I haven't. Have you?
No, but would you ever want to go?
No, not really. And I'll tell you why.
People?
No, it's just like, a lot of those festivals like CMA Fest, Coachella's this way, that kind of stuff. They just become like, there's so many people that are there just to say they were there and they're not there for the music.
Actually, you know what? That is absolutely correct. And I would only go if I had I guess I hate this sounds so spoiled, I guess, but if we were in a certain area with people and not really out in the crowds. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like when I go to a concert, I want to go to a concert of somebody I want to see. Festivals are okay for me. Okay. They're not my favorite thing in the world because the problem with festivals for me is that leading up to them, people ask you if you've ever seen these bands and they act like you're dumb if you haven't. So you kind of have to agree. Like they'll be like, hey, did you see Burning Diarrhea Pants is going to be playing on Tuesday or whatever? And you're like, oh yeah, there we go. I can't wait to see these guys.
Yes. Well, if it makes you feel better, CMA Fest is actually being called out for becoming an influencer playground, basically. So real fans and even family members of artists are getting edged out of prime spots. So it's like shifting from music to more people just saying we're here, like you said.
That's how a lot of stuff is now, though. It's like if you're on social media, that's all they're going for is so that it ends up on TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat and all that kind of stuff.
It really makes me sad, though, because the real fans who wait in line for hours and hours just get pushed back. And the influencers are getting the front row seats, premium passes, stuff like that.
What's kind of sad about that, too, is that country, CMA Fest is all country music. Country's always been the music that, the real fans they connect with and that kind of stuff. So that's sad.
Yeah, and I feel like it's losing its, I don't know, authenticity, but also I hope it's not.
Well, that all started with Jelly Roll.
Okay, well, no, but I'm just saying I just feel like things are becoming more and more influencers and less about the experiences.
Yeah.
And the wants to go and stuff like that. People just like to look cool on social media, I think is what I'm getting at. And it's sad.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Kirsch and Emyle, classic hit country 103.9 The Maverick. Emily, when it comes to Zodiac and astrology and all that kind of stuff, describe my feelings on this.
It doesn't exist. It's all to make you feel better.
It's hocus pocus.
It's hocus pocus, and you're crazy to ever believe a horoscope in your life.
You're going to be so proud of me. There's an app that was suggested for me called Astro Talk, and I downloaded it.
No, you didn't.
I did, and it's supposed to tell you can start a chat and ask it, and it's AI that tells you what's going on with your sign and what's happening today and everything else. So I was like, I'm going to try it.
Okay, well, apparently you're 30% of Americans, I guess, who are consulting horoscopes, tarot cards, fortune tellers at least once a year. And honestly, I respect that. I really do. So I respect you, Kirsch. Good job. But sometimes, you just need a woman named Starla Moonbeam to tell you you're going to meet a tall man with emotional damage.
a Capricorn, according to this, this app anyhow.
Yes, exactly. So
I don't get it. When I show up, I already know what kind of day I'm going to have based on whether or not I, hit my toe getting out of bed or fall down the stairs or there's no traffic when we come in, but if people are driving crazy or whatever.
But science, it says younger women are the biggest believers in astrology, which I actually see that. So basically me, because I'm a young woman, I'm legally required to check you, my co-star.
What is co-star?
I don't know. my app I'm inventing in my head. I'm going to check it before making any major life decisions.
I'll tell you right now, like astrology for me, it's basically fantasy football, but for emotionally unstable people. Like, you know what? We can't figure our life out, so let's just trust this star over there or whatever it is.
Says the guy who thinks his entire life is ruined because the Steelers didn't cover some spread or whatever.
Fair.
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds right. So, anyways, I'm just saying, if Mercury is in the microwave or retrograde or whatever, I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be doing, like making plans or eye contact with anyone. Okay? It's serious, Kirsch.
Oh, God. Okay.
Look, okay, I know you believe in like cold brew and poor life choices, okay? But some of us over here really do respect the Zodiac.
I make good life choices. You know what my sign is, right?
No, I really don't.
I'm a Sagittarius. We have a good time and we make good life choices.
Okay, I'll look into that and come back to you.
And somehow one of them was to do a show.
I'm a Gemini, if that makes you feel better. And everyone who knows about Geminis would go, makes sense, checks out.
Oh, yeah. No, one of my life choices was to do a show with crazy person over here. So, Emily, I mentioned earlier over the weekend, Mrs. Kirsch and I sat down. We were being a little nostalgic, and we watched our episode of One Born Every Minute, which, if you've never seen it, it was on Lifetime back in the day, and they still rerun it in different places. Like on.
What you're saying is you're a reality TV star.
Yeah, basically. Our birth story. It was all filmed at Riverside here in Columbus, and we were on it.
Because you had twins? Is that why?
I don't know. Somehow we ended up on it. Her doctor asked, and she was like, I don't know. And I was like, let's do it. Because it's me.
Yep. Okay. Sounds about right. Okay.
But I went back and watched it, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I felt bad because every time they panned to me, I was sitting in the delivery room eating. Like, okay, here I am with a piece of pizza. Okay, I've got a donut now. Oh, I've got a coffee.
Wait, let me guess. She wasn't eating a thing and was starving.
Ice chips.
And she was surviving off ice chips.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
And I felt so bad. So did he do anything ridiculous in the delivery room with you?
He looked comfortable eating and sleeping over there, That's about it.
How long were you guys there? Like, from when you showed up until, like, baby is born, how long were you in the delivery room?
12 hours.
Okay.
So my water broke, and then the kind nurse was like, well, they can't send you home, so that's good. And I was like, oh, good.
Yeah.
And then Brady didn't come until later at night, so
yeah, it was
no food for me.
It was like 14 hours for us, I remember. And I was like, I remember getting there, and I was like, wow, I thought this was going to go much faster.
You know what I had the unfortunate luck of?
What?
I had a country song that I could not stand playing. The music video just kept looping. And I was like, what is this? A sign or something? Why is this on TV?
Couldn't you change the channel?
Over again. I didn't know where the remote was.
What hospital did you have him at?
Why? What hospital did I have him at? Mount Carmel.
You're like, oh, I don't remember where he was born. It was only a year and a half ago.
I mean, it was all a blur, okay?
All right.
I barely remember it. So, why?
That doesn't surprise me, actually. You're like, yeah, I was there, but I don't remember much of it.
Yeah, because it's a lot on a woman, Kirsch. You wouldn't know.
No, I was there to watch.
You weren't going through
pizza.
it. Well, she's chipping on like ice chips and not sleeping because people need to poke her every 2 hours.
She almost broke my hand at one point.
I mean, did you deserve it though?
No, she's just squeezing. And I was like, keep going. Oh, wow, you're strong. I'll never forget that. There's nothing about you that surprises me that you're like, I don't remember much of it. I don't even know what hospital I was at.
I do. I had to think about that though, okay? Because you know why? Because I'm running on fumes.
God bless you.
Having a life scholarship and being able to afford to go to college made me feel inspired to go.
When I got a life scholarship, it was such a relief.
I knew that I wanted to have an impact. Having a life scholarship through the SC Education Lottery was huge. It gave me the opportunity to make that impact right here at home.
The South Carolina Education Lottery. A better you, a better us, a better South Carolina. Visit sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.